Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Tip 'em Tuesdays. If you don't know what Tip 'em Tuesday is, it's basically tutorials dropping every week for the average person or the entrepreneur that wants to grow a business or brand a business, advertise their business, gain more leads, gain more sales. Anybody who wants to create a passive income, we're going to be covering it all. If you don't know me, my name is Jay West. I'm the owner of Apex Perspective Branding and Digital Marketing. I basically help clients gain more leads for their business or more sales for their brand, whether it's an e-commerce store or whether it's a real estate agent looking for more leads. I help them out. You can check out the services that I offer at apexperspective.com, and you can check out the free content on there as well. But without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into what we're going to be talking about today, and that is the basics for branding your own product. So one thing you do want to keep in mind when branding your own product, is there a demand? Are you branding a product that people actually want? Ways to find this out are Google Trends, but you definitely don't want to go into something you just find interesting. You want to go into something that either is going to pick up in the soon future, or that's already trending. How can you usually see what's trending? You can actually see ads popping up on your Instagram or your Facebook. Those are usually items that's trending at the time. You don't have to necessarily do those ones, but you can just do something that you find interesting, and maybe it's picking up in the near future, but that's totally up to you. The next thing we're going to talk about is actually identifying a good supplier. It is a couple things you need to look for. You need to research the company just a little bit to make sure it's actually legit. They need to be in service for at least 2 to 3 years. They need to be a manufacturer as well and not a trading company. And you want to also make sure they're a verified supplier and they have trade assurance. Those actually make it a lot easier on your hands to trust these guys with your money and actually get a product of good quality. Next, you actually want to contact multiple suppliers so you have prices to compare, because if you're just contacting one, you only have one price point, or one shipping cost. So you actually want to talk to multiple suppliers at the same time, compare them and see how you can come out on top. So next we're going to talk about the template just a tad bit. This is the example template that we will be sending to the manufacturers. You can actually see that everything that you need to replace is italicized. I would go over it just a tad bit, read it a couple times so you're familiarizing yourself with the verbiage, so you're not going in this thing completely blind. Next, we're actually going to talk about numbers. Profit margins. Profit margins are important because this is where your money comes in. When you're usually selling a product, you want to make at least 3 to 6 times the unit per cost. So say your unit is $10, you at least want to sell it for 50, 60. That way you're having a good cushion on your shipping costs, and if you're running ads, you can subtract that as well, and you can still have a nice piece of margin when you come out on top. The shipping costs should play into that as well, like I just said. For example, if you have a $10 product and you selling it for 40, like I said, or 50, the shipping shouldn't be no more than $10 to $15. That way you're not really cutting into your profit margin as much. And the last thing we're going to touch on is negotiation skills. At the end of the day, you're building a business relationship with these people. They will negotiate with you to give you the best price and the best deals, because the more units that you're buying from, the more money that they're making. So, it takes a little bit to negotiate. I'm not going to go into like how you can gain negotiation skills. You can just, YouTube that if on your free time. But without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into the screen and show you guys how I would go into it and actually get a product branded. So just follow me to the next screen. All right, guys. So we're going to start at Alibaba.com. Alibaba is basically a huge website that links all the manufacturers and the suppliers together all in one. So you can literally find anything that you possibly can think of, whether it's slippers or watch, bracelets, book bags, it don't even matter. Like literally anything, or diffusers, anything you want. You can literally see up here, they have a ton, like even ice cream machines, like everything you can possibly think of. We're going to use waist trainers as an example. just because it's trending. And let's see. So the first thing you want to do is click these two, which is the trade assurance and the verified supplier. You see it gives me 64,000 results. Once we put these on, it's going to cut it dramatically. We're at 11,000 already. All right, went down even more. So, for time purposes, we're not going to search through all of these. Usually I would search through all these, make sure, you're getting something that looks different, that stands out, that's like has that wow factor, just pops. But for now, we're just going to use this. You can see they've been in business for 10 years. They are verified. They have good star rating, shipment on time with, quick service, response rate's good. So this is all, this is a good one. Plus they got a 10% drop right there. So let's click on this one. There you can see they're already advertising that you can put your logo there, which is good. They have all the options as well, small to large, which is good as well. You want to have, different, varieties of your product, which is, they go to 2x, which is great. Before we want to even consider them though, we want to actually check out and see if they're legit. So we do see that, business type, they are a manufacturer and a trading company. So they probably trade off other things, but for this price, they're probably manufacturing these. You can see they were established in 2008, which is good. We can actually go to their profile a little bit and see what they specialize in. There you go. Valued health products. So, this is a company that, makes more health product, like posture corrector, tons of different things. So that's good that figuring out a little bit more about the company before you invest in them. I mean, it's not really an investment anyway, because actually it's a long-term investment, but right now you're just actually seeing, going through multiple suppliers and sending them the same thing to make sure you can get this price down as much as you want, as much as you can. I think that's for 2 pieces. Minimal is 2 pieces. That's why you can contact them to see if you can do 1 piece and do drop shipping as well. But this is a good product. We won't really know until you get it, but they have multiple colors as well, which is good. So we're going to jump into contact supplier. One thing you want to make sure is your quantity is up to at least 1,000. Just because, if you put it at 1, they're not really going to take you seriously at all. They're just going to put you on the back burner. So, to be a high priority on their response list, I would just put 1,000. Let's get that template right quick. All right, let's paste that. Just start and fill in the blanks like I said. Everything's italicized that you need to change out. Hello, my name is Blase, and that's the company. You want to switch out, you specialize in exercise equipment or whatever the case may be, and you're making like 20 orders a day. You want to build a long-term, relationship. Do you offer blind drop shipping? You don't want to send them the receipt or anything, so you ask them that. Bulk drop shipping, sending them, a spreadsheet of all the orders at once. The multiple quantity order, which is like what we talked about. They won't send you no more than 2. You have to order 2. So they won't send you no less than 2. So you have to find if you can find out if you can send them more than send just 1 order, like because what if they just want 1? You definitely want to pay attention to that. Are you able to send the invoice and the bulk drop shipping at once, basically sending them that whole spreadsheet at once? And you want to send, they're going to send you the invoice for the whole thing at once, and basically you're just collecting the difference off of it. And are you able to apply my company's logo, which is very important as well. You want to make sure you put your WhatsApp app. I don't know if you have one. If you don't have one, you should get one, just because we're in a whole different time zone. And just put your company's name, and that's pretty much it. You would just make that logo. If you haven't seen the last video, how to make a logo, just go back to that last video. It's actually on the website, apexperspective.com. You can just check that out and actually look at that video, and it show you how to make one. And you would attach that logo here and send your inquiry. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you leave them down below. I will actually be doing a more detailed video, actually showing you conversations, how to negotiate, the whole 9 yards. It will be at a low price for you guys can purchase that at apexperspective.com. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.